Here's the corrected version. Have you ever wondered what the differences are between Hesperia and Hawk Moth? Appearance, powers, personality. Especially personality, seriously folks. The difference is too glaring. Keep watching and I'll tell you all about it. I think we can start with each one's main motivation. Hawk Moth became a villain after Emily's death, and instead of overcoming that loss, he decided to sink deeper, using the butterfly Miraculous to kind of attract Ladybug and Cat's Miraculous in order to make the ultimate wish. Since he couldn't know where they were, he couldn't track them or anything like that, a situation that was reversed in the Paris Miraculous War, where Ladybug and Cat Noir's Miraculous were set to hunt down the butterflies. Iconic, right? Now about Hesperia. He basically wanted to become a symbol of hope for humanity after losing his wife because of the Supreme. We have to remember, folks, that in the reversed world everything is kind of controlled by the Supreme, including the theories out there, like he supposedly sent Emily upwards instead of the peacock Miraculous. Considering that, Hesperia emerged to help and fight against the Supreme's dictatorship in that universe, aiming to ignite the flame of hope for a better world for the people of Paris. In fact, that's why his name is Hesperia, which is related to the word hope, meaning Esperanca in French, and also the name of a type of butterfly. Despite the English translation being butterfly, which name do you prefer, Hesperia or butterfly? Comment below to let me know. I personally prefer Hesperia. Now, onto the appearance, my dear friends. We have to agree that Hesperia's costume is like a million times better than Hawk Moth's. He has hair, people hair. The differences in the costumes are mostly in the colors. Hesperia wears a classic suit, similar to another old dude, but in lighter and softer shades of purple, almost lavender. His gray hair is visible and the mask covers only parts of his face. Meanwhile, Hawk Moth wears a dark purple suit with black details, a mask that covers his entire head, which leaves much to be desired, especially since the mask on his classic suit is gray, creating a strange contrast, making him look like he's simply wearing a balloon on his head. Like if you agree with me on that, and remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Let's expand our group of friends, huh? As for the powers, there's not much to say. Both possess the same Miraculous, the same transformation powers of the Nuru, where they can akumatize, or in Hesperia's case, camouflage someone. Both Akuma and Kamiko have the same appearance of a dark little butterfly releasing some rays. However, Hesperia seems to be someone smarter than Gabriel and has better ideas about camouflage. We see exactly 3 different camouflages in the special, starting with Ubiquity, who gains the power to open a portal to a different dimension with her suit. The second one was with Cat Celeste. This one was one of the most ingenious to me. As simple as it may seem, Gabriel had to come up with a power in a few seconds that could get them all out of there and still mislead Ladybug and Clown Noir at the same time. So, props to the alternate Gabriel for coming up with such a good plan in just a few seconds, while the third camouflage was more of Marinette's idea, but still very well elaborated by him, giving the power to connect to other versions of herself throughout the multiverse to chase Monarch. Hawk Moth did have some good akumatized, like the Fashion Queen, the Reversed Feather Team, and many other brilliant ones. But he repeated Mr. Pigeon 72 times before Marinette could create the magic talismans. I think I don't need to say more about that. As for their personalities, the difference is quite noticeable. Our dear Hawk Moth is kind of desperate, reckless, crazy, obsessive, and above all, a potato at times, all because he can't move on after Emily's death. Meanwhile, Hesperia is the total opposite, for being able to pass and overcome grief. The only thing in common between them is the difficulty in relating to their son Adrien. It almost seems like karma, right? In any timeline or multiverse, Gabriel doesn't get along very well with Adrien. But it's interesting when we realize that the Adrien from normal Paris has the same personality as Hesperia, while Clown Noir has the same personality as Hawk Moth, maybe a little crazier, but still similar. And that's it for today, my dears. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, leave that like to support the channel and subscribe to follow the next videos. And if you want to comment on any more differences between Hawk Moth and Hesperia, feel free to do so. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time.